நீங்கள் பார்த்து கொண்டிருப்பது உங்கள் RSKV யூடியூப் சேனல்.
Hello everyone. This is for paper 1, PRECIS and drafting. This is for the question paper which was given in the year 2012. This has 5 questions and we are starting with question number 1. Question number 1. Make a precise of the following passage in 1/3 of its length. Also, give it a suitable title. The force of the Arjuna-Krishna debate enriches the tale of the epic, but over the centuries, it has also generated much moral and political deliberation. The part of the epic in which this conversation occurs is called the Bhagavad Gita, or Gita for short, and it has attracted extraordinary religious and philosophical attention in addition to captivating lay readers by the exciting nature of the argument itself. Arjuna and Krishna see the armies on the two sides and reflect on the gigantic battle that is about to begin. Arjuna then expresses his profound doubts about whether fighting is the right thing for him to do. He does not doubt that theirs is the right cause, and that this is a just war, and also that his side will definitely win the battle given its strength, within brackets, not least because of Arjuna's own remarkable skills as a warrior and as an extraordinary general. But there would be so much death, Arjuna observes, in the battle. He is also bothered by the fact that he will have to kill a great many people himself, and that most of the people will be fighting and many may well be killed and have done nothing that is particularly reprehensible other than agreeing, within bracket, often out of kinship loyalties or other ties, to back one side or the other. If part of Arjuna's anxiety comes from the tragedy that is about to overwhelm much of the land, which can be evaluated as a disaster without taking any particular note of his own role in the carnage to come, another part certainly comes from his own responsibility for the killing that he will be doing, including the killing of those having ties to him, towards many of whom he has affection. There are thus both positional and transpositional features in Arjuna's argument for not wanting to fight. Arjuna tells Krishna that he really should not fight and kill, and perhaps they should simply let the unjust Kauravas rule the kingdom they have usurped, as this may be the lesser of the two evils. Krishna speaks against this, and his response concentrates on the priority of doing one's duty irrespective of consequences, which has been invoked again and again in Indian discussions in religious and moral philosophy. Krishna argues that Arjuna must do his duty, come what may, and in this case he has a duty to fight, no matter what results from it. It is a just cause, and as a warrior and a general on whom his side must rely, he cannot waver from his obligations. Krishna's high deontology, including his duty-centered and consequence-independent reasoning, has been deeply influential in moral debates in subsequent millennia. It is a tribute to the power of pure theory that even the great apostle of non-violence, Mohandas Gandhi, felt deeply inspired by. Krishna's words on doing one's duty irrespective of consequences, even though the duty in this case was for Arjuna to fight a violent war and not to shrink from killing others, a cause to which Gandhi would not normally be expected to warm. Answer to this, the title to be given is Doing One's Duty Irrespective of Consequences. Irrespective. First paragraph. As described in the epic Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna and Lord Krishna were in the midst of armies of Kaurava and Pandavas on two sides. The gigantic battle was about to begin. Arjuna expressed his profound doubts about whether fighting would be the right thing for him to do. He did not doubt that theirs was the right cause, and that this was a just war and his side would definitely win the battle given its strength. Arjuna observed that there would be so much death in the battle. He was also bothered by the fact that he would have to kill a great many people himself who were fighting out of kinship loyalties. There was thus both positional and transpositional features in Arjuna's arguments for not wanting to fight. Arjuna told Krishna that he should not fight and kill so many people and allow Kauravas rule the kingdom they had usurped. Krishna spoke against this and advised Arjuna to do his duty irrespective of consequences, which has been invoked in discussions in religious and moral philosophy. Krishna advised Arjuna that as a warrior and general on whom his side must rely, he would not waver from his obligations. Second paragraph. Krishna's high deontology deeply influenced even Mahatma Gandhi, who was a great apostle of nonviolence. Gandhiji felt deeply inspired by Lord Krishna's words on doing one's duty irrespective of consequences. Question number 2. Draft a letter to the CIT on behalf of the AO for closure of TEP proceedings in the case of an assessee as no specific information is available on record. Answer. To the right. F number. Below that office of the assessing officer. Below that dated. To the right. 2. The Commissioner of Income Tax. Below that within brackets through proper channel. Below that subject closure of TEP proceedings. Sir. First para. In the case of an assessee, A. It has been noticed that no specific information is available on record. Second paragraph. You are requested to kindly accord approval for closure of TEP proceedings. Thanking you. To the right, yours faithfully. Below that, sign, and by below that, for assessing officer. Question number 3. Draft a letter to the bank manager under section 133(6) of the IT Act seeking information of the bank account statement and copy of account opening form along with annexures in the case of an assessee. Answer. To the right, F number ITO/Ward XYZ /133(6) 2012-13/123. Below that, Office of Income Tax Officer, Ward XYZ, CR Building, IP Estate, New Delhi. Below that, dated. To the left, to the manager, ABC Bank, Connaught Place, New Delhi, -11001. Subject. Information sought under section 133(6) of the Income Tax Act 1961 in the case of Mr. X for the assessment year 2012-13. Sir/Madam. During the period 1/4/2011 to 31/3/2012 relevant to the assessment year 2012-13, you are requested to furnish the following information or details. Point number 1. Certified copy of bank account statement for the financial year 2011-12 of the above assessee. Point number 2. Copy of account opening form along with annexures. The above information/details should reach this office within 15 days from the receipt of this letter. The submission of information shall be deemed as compliance of the notice being issued. No personal attendance is necessary. Please note that in case of non-compliance, I shall be constrained to resort to penal action as provided under section 272A of the Income Tax Act 1961. To the right, yours faithfully, ABC, Income Tax Officer, Ward XYZ, New Delhi. Question number 4. Certain assessing officers in the range are not submitting central scrutiny reports on time. Draft a letter from the additional CIT/JCIT to the assessing officers on the significance of CSR and its submission in timely fashion. A answer. To the right, F number, below that Office of the Commissioner of Income Tax, below that dated. To the left, 2. All assessing officers, zonal officers within brackets IT. Subject, non-submission of central scrutiny report. It has come to the notice that certain assessing officers of range offices are not furnishing the central scrutiny report to this office as per instructions contained in Chapter 10 of Manual of Office Procedure, Volume 3, within bracket miscellaneous. Second paragraph. Scrutiny of assessment on selective cases ought to be completed within the same financial year. A register is to be maintained for keeping watch on timely completion on such cases so that the assessee cannot evade the payment of taxes, penalties, etc. Statistical information regarding pendency and disposal of these assessments has to be furnished in monthly progress report. Para 3. In view of the above, all the assessing officers of zonal offices are directed to give special attention to furnishing of the central scrutiny report to this office in time so as to assess the position of completion of scrutiny made in the selected cases at this end. Signed, Additional CIT/JCIT. Question number 5. A list of 119 pending audit objections of your range was received from CIT office along with the letter dated 10/3/2012 received from DI within brackets audit. Draft a letter to JCITs and from CIT requesting ranges to furnish case-wise status report by 27/3/2012 along with copies of replies sent to senior auditor. Answer. To the right, F number, below that Office of the Commissioner of Income Tax, below that dated. To the left, 2, the Joint Commissioners of Income Tax, below that within brackets as per list, below that subject pending audit objections hyphen case-wise status report. Sir, a list of 119 pending audit objections of our range has been received along with the letter dated 10/3/2012 from DI within brackets audit. In order to examine the matter further, you are requested to send case-wise status report by 27/3/2012 along with copies of replies sent to senior auditor. Kindly treat it urgent. To the right, yours faithfully, signed for Commissioner of Income Tax. Thank you.